What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? It's another edition of the Lab Tech Show. My name is Tall Boy, and I'm here to simplify technology in a language that you can understand. And we're here. It's Wednesday, and you know what? The July cancer season, I don't know the new season, but we out here, and we want you to embrace this technology. You know how we get down. You know how we roll. So hopefully you are telling a couple of people about what's going on in the world of technology. And we're here to just simplify it in a language that you can understand. That's it. Today is a special day because, we got to have tough discussions. And a lot of people don't like to have those discussions. And I felt like it was only right, it was only fitting that we had to find time. And we were going to discuss some things that were considered important. Okay, so I don't know how to word this the right way, but we all got to go at one point, right? So we need to find out what our options are because you want to leave the family with the will, not the bill, as they say. And so I have a guest with me that's going to come hang out with us, and he's going to discuss. But before I do all of that, I got to get my guy Revis here because he's driving and rolling around here somewhere. And I got to find him. So if I can find his intro music, I don't think I have it, but I had it earlier. So I'm sorry, Revis. Revis, how you doing, brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing rather well.
I'm sorry, you came in before the music played, but that's Revis, y'all. And I got without further ado, I got to also bring in my guy. He's from California. He's a part of a company that just says, hey, we want to make sure that you take care of your affairs and make sure that you handle your privacy. I hope I'm saying this right. Your funeral services, they're taken care of in the right way. And we're going to find a way to talk about it from a tech perspective and how he can make your life a little bit simpler. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce you to Mr. Edward Lynn.
Hello, Tall Boy.
Well, they don't want to let the man get on the screen. There he is. How you doing, bro? How you doing,
up,
brother?
Tall
This is Mr. Edward Lynn, guys. How y'all doing? So let's welcome Mr. Edward Lynn to the show. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. And hope life is well on your end. Can you tell people a little bit about who you are and tell us a little bit about Legends real briefly?
Well, what Legend is I've been in the death care profession this is my 36th year, talking about end-of-life matters. And what Legend is a company, a funeral home cemetery cremation company that helps families make arrangements. We help funeral homes and cemeteries find more families, and we help more families find funeral homes. So we do both. So we reach out to the community to find a local funeral home. We help funeral homes find more families. So that's one of the things that we like to do. We deal with end-of-life matters every single day because end-of-life does matter. It matters most when you're having this conversation in advance. So we call these conversations food for thought, the talk of a lifetime. They're also necessary conversations that you have to have at some point. It's very important, but you want to do it while your emotions are at rest. You do not want to do it on the day that a death occurs because that's very, very difficult when you try to do these things in the middle of a crisis. So it's much better to have these things done in advance.
That's right. That's right. We got to say some hello to some people that's in the building. Let's see, who do we have here? We got Stuart Video. He's here. He says hello all. We also have Jaden with the Purple Hearts. He says hello. What's going on, Jaden? Sheila Baker, she says good evening, Lab Tech Show family. Who else do we have here? Tech Troublemaker family in the building. Mama D, she's saying, hey, Revis. Terica Richardson, she's saying, hey, everyone. And let me see. Hit the spot 1006. I saw you earlier, but let's see. Where are you at? There you go. Well, hey, fam. There she goes. There it is. So we got to make sure we let some people know that. So this is an interactive show, Mr. Lynn. And I want you to know that they're going to be asking you questions in real time. So we're going to have all of that. But we have to let people know what the rules to the show are. All right, that's only fitting that we do that. Is that cool with you?
Of course.
All
I'm
right.
on your program. We're
He
on
said,
the tech. This is tech.
yeah, the
Lab
tech.
tech show. I'm on the lab tech show.
I might have to use that as a promo right there. Let me get
Hey,
TV. Let me get TVJ on the screen. Give me 1 second, brother.
What's up, everybody? What's up? How y'all feeling? You know, Tallboy had a birthday earlier this month, and he's still, you know, I don't know if he's still partying or he's still doing his thing. I don't know, but he's trying to grow up a little bit. I see him. I'm proud of him taking care of his affairs. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? TVJ here. Now, look, this is how you can participate, okay? Now, you can watch on your phone or your TV. Now, you know, you spent all that money on that money on that TV. So why don't you watch the show on the TV, okay? Why don't you watch the show on the TV, but we need you to comment on your phone. Because, you know, Tallboy like to put the questions up on the screen and stuff like that, all right? Now, we need you to be authentic, and we need you to keep it real. Now, I know y'all can do that, because y'all all say y'all like to keep it 100, right? Now, we need you to embrace this technology, because it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And the way Mr. Lynn said it, he said we all got to go, so it makes sense to have your affairs in order. So we're multi-streaming on multiple websites. So Facebook, LinkedIn, multiple YouTube channels. So if you are watching on another channel, come on over to the Lab Tech Show. And don't forget to hit that like button. You know I need you to hit that like button because we're trying to get to 500, okay? So when you join us, you got the rules to the show. Tap in with us and participate. Y'all can do that? All right, y'all good? Back to you, tall boy.
You know, your boy TVJ be wilding out, man. But without further ado, what you think of TVJ over there, Mr. Edward?
Oh, no, I like it. I mean, I think it's very interactive. I think it's pretty cool. You know, it's great to bring an avatar to life, you know. Actually, it's pretty good since we're talking about dead talks. It's good to have a live avatar. I think it's great.
Well, if you guys are watching on your phone, as we said, this is an interactive show. We want to know what is most important to you. This is our topic that's in the YouTube discussion. What do you think is most important in a phone? If you're watching on your phone, let us know. Is it 1, the design, 2, functionality, 3, price, 4, camera, or 5, storage capacity? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us know what is most important to you when it comes to a phone. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think, all right? Somebody saying functionality. Okay, I like that. All right, let's see what they got over here. We getting a couple answers over here. Let's see if we get some more. Let's see. And then also, what else do we have? We got some things that we need to discuss for the night. So while we're doing that, now Tallboy was over here trying to play with some things earlier. All right, so we were playing with some things, and you can see, Mr. Edward, this is in real time. So you're getting answers in real time. So when they start asking you how you did for the day, you're gonna get the real time feedback. Okay. So with that being said, while we wait on the answers, let me tell you what's on tap. Now, I tried to use another voice, and it did not work the way I wanted it to work. But hey, this is what we got. This is what's on tap for tonight.
Tallboy, in his relaxed attire, welcomes everyone to the Lab Tech Show and invites them to join the exciting episode ahead.
Revis humorously explains the word sanctimonious, bringing laughter to the audience with his quick wit. Tallboy and Edward Lynn discuss serious matters, focusing on appropriate end-of-life options for viewers and their loved ones. Tallboy and Edward Lynn share insights on how audiences can watch the Olympics and introduce the Atom app for digital asset management post-mortem. Tallboy leaves the viewers with an encouraging word, emphasizing the importance of embracing technology to avoid being left behind. Both Tallboy and Edward Lynn ask the audience to like and follow the Lab Tech Show.
All right, so you guys know what's on tap for the night. We're going to talk about the Olympics and end of life matters, okay? So that's what's up. So without further ado, let's see. Can I get that back on the screen real quick? You guys said functionality is most important to you in a phone. And without further ado, we got to get our guy Revis here. Where you at, Revis? Where you at, man? I got to tap in with you. He's somewhere in the United States, from L.A. to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn.
Revis, what's happening, dog? My boy.
What's going on, TDJ?
Man, we got a word of the day, but we got to find out where you tapping in from. Where you at these days, man?
I am in Clanton, Alabama.
Clanton? Uh-oh, that's not Clapton, Alabama. You know, like Judd Clapton.
No, it's actually Clanton with an N.
Oh, Clanton. Okay, what's the biggest city or the closest city next to you?
It's actually about an hour north of Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, that's where they had that Montgomery Brawl.
Okay.
Okay, Clanton, Alabama. All right, is it a big town, small town, or just a gas station?
It's a small town, but when I read up on Clanton, Alabama, they say it is a good place to put your boat in the water. It's a good place to go fishing.
Oh, and you like to fish.
Oh, yes.
So when are you going to bring your boat down there one time?
Maybe in the future sometime.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, well, we got this word of the day, and we need you to break it down for us, all right? Tallboy told me, Mr. Edward, this is a fun fact for everybody. Mr. Edward introduced the word of the day to Tallboy, and he's the actual creator of putting the word of the day to everybody. So this is why we do the word of the day, because of Mr. Edward. You didn't know that, did
All right,
you,
we got to thank Mr. Edward.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. Well, we got the word of the day, and today's word is called sanctimonious. Ooh, this is a big word, Mr. Professor Revis. We're going to give you the definition, and we're going to give you a sentence, and we want you to break it down for us, okay?
All right.
All right, sanctimonious. Sanctimonious is described or behaves as though they are morally superior to others. Language or behavior that suggests the same kind of moral superiority can also be described as sanctimonious. Now, the way the sentence reads is, while the subject matter was interesting, I found the presenter's sanctimonious tone rather distracting. Sanctimonious. Break it down, Professor Revis.
Well, sanctimonious is what I used to be, or what I used to think I was. I used to think I was the gift to all women, but, you know, I come to overcome some of my sanctimonious thoughts.
Okay.
So I am not the boss. I am not the head. I am not more superior than anybody. And we're all on the level playing field.
Okay.
So sanctimonious in the truckers world, we have people that's in the office that feel like they are better than the next person. And we have brokers right now, because this is a shipper's market, that feel like they are better than the next person. And so their sanctimonious attitudes actually hurt the trucking industry, because they are not better than anyone. They are not smarter than anyone else. We are all on the same level playing field. Now, the best part about the word sanctimonious is when you have a friend, and your friend has been a friend for a long time, and neither one of you actually look at either one as being better than the next one. You are both on the same level playing field. You on the same wavelength. And there's no sanctimonious attitudes or no sanctimonious attitude, anything going on between the two of you. That right there is a true friendship. So sanctimonious pretty much means that everybody's on the same playing field and no one is better than anyone else. A sanctimonious person feel like they're better than anyone else and feel like they got more power and more superior than anyone.
So basically, you saying if you think you better than somebody, that means your attitude and your tone is sanctimonious. Is that what you're saying?
It's exactly what I'm saying.
So you think you better than somebody, then you sanctimonious, and you talk like it.
Exactly.
Mm.
And then, like I said, I used to have that sanctimonious attitude when I thought I was the gift to all women.
Okay, all right. Well, we gotta.
I guess it took a woman to break me down.
Oh, did a woman break you down? Cause you know you said you missed the single.
Broke me all the way down.
Ooh, she got you. Ooh. All right. Well, before we ask Mr. Edward, what did he think of the word of the day? We're gonna ask the audience. What do y'all think of the word of the day? On your phones, let us know. What do you think? How did Revis do on the word of the day? 1, all things considered, job well done, sir. 2, I never heard of this word. This was a great breakdown. 3, nah, man, time for you to go back to the drawing board. 4, the professor breaking it down like he always does. Or 5, I waited all week for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us know how did Revis do on the word of the day. Now, Mr. Edward, how you doing, sir? How you doing?
Oh man, it's the best day of my life, brother.
He said the best day of his life. How you think Professor Revis did on the word of the day?
I think you did pretty well. You broke it down pretty good.
Okay, all right. He did it.
When you prefer a word like this, there's a lot of individuals who are sanctimonious in their life, and they put it in a way that sometimes could be off-putting.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me see. I got a 2, a 5, a 4, and a 4. Okay, that's what we're getting coming through the screen right now. Okay. Sanctimonious. Revis, is there anything else that you want to leave with people for before you get up out of here?
Yeah, I'll be driving through the middle of the night, and I want everybody to just keep me in your prayers and everything. And don't forget that Tall Boy has merch.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
And
talk
if you
about
use that promo code Trucker, you're gonna get a 15% discount.
Oh, okay. They get a 15% discount. I like that. People like discounts. Okay. All right, Professor Revis. It looked like you did a good job, so we're going to let you tap on out of here, okay?
All right. I'll see you next week.
All right. That's what's up. All right. Bye, Revis.
All right. Bye.
What?
That boy, TBJ, he a whole riot, ain't he? Edward.
Yeah, he is.
He a whole
Oh,
riot.
he is. But that's all good. That's how you have to roll, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Sean James in the building. What's up, Sean James? Mike, that's LeBron James' cousin, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate him tapping in one time. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this because I know you got a lot that you want to talk about. So we're gonna talk about the Olympics real quick. Have you ever participated in a sport and thought that you was good enough to make it to the big to the big boy league?
One second.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I get him off the screen. All right. So while we waiting on him to come back, the Olympics are coming up, y'all. And since the Olympics are coming up, I want y'all to know that this is a joyous time because this is where everybody comes together and sport brings people together, right? And when sport brings people together, bragging rights, to say that you're the best, we want you to, participate, or we want you to just know that it's out there. So if you plan on watching, they have multiple sports that you can watch. There's different countries, but basically all the countries that qualified, they're in different pools, and you can participate by watching and rooting on your favorite team. So let's see. Here's how you can watch the 2024 Olympics that are going on in France this for the next couple of weeks. All right. So the way the article reads right here, they're saying Friday, July 26th. That's right. Friday, July 26th, the Olympics will be taking place for a 17-day adventure. Okay. I want you to see it in the fine print right there. It's the Paris Summer Olympics, and they're basically saying that the game started. This is the third time Paris has hosted it since 1924. And they're saying in a first, they're saying that the Parade of Nations will not be held at an Olympic stadium. Instead, they're saying that the procession will take place on the Seine River. I hope I'm saying that right. The athletes will travel in boats along the river as it weaves its way through the center of Paris. The Parade of Nations will start beneath the Austerlitz Bridge and will pass such iconic Parisian landmarks such as the Notre Dame and the Pont Neuf and the Louvre, as well as some of the venues hosting events. The boat ride ends, but they got all these big words over here, the Trocadero and Esplanade near the Eiffel Tower. Because of the security concerns, they're saying that spectators will only be limited to about 300,000 people watching along the banks of the river, okay? So they're saying that they will have 80 giant screens along the waterway, and the parade length is about 3.7 miles long. Now, that's pretty different right there because we're not accustomed to seeing the Olympics come down, not seeing the Olympics come down a river. That's a little different. Now they're saying the parade starts at 7:30 European time, and then you can watch it on NBC. So I want you to know that if you can watch on Friday night. This will be Friday afternoon our times because they're 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. So let's say 1:30. So 1:30 Eastern time and 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. So Mr. Edward, you can watch the Olympics early in the morning when you get up. Okay. They're saying that the opening ceremonies will provide an unprecedented experience using the natural light of a setting sun with, all kind of nuances that illuminate the river promenade of all the world's best athletes along the Seine River in the heart of the capital. Now, once again, NBC will televise and Peacock will stream the Olympics. Now, with a 6-hour time difference from New York, the live event will begin at 1:30. So 1:30 is when this starts if you're on the East Coast, 12:30 if you're Central Standard Time, and if you're on the West Coast, it's 11:30, okay? No, they're saying 10:30. I'm sorry, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, okay? So they're also saying here that NBC and Peacock will have an enhanced encore telecast in prime time of the day's events. And they're saying that all of that will take place at 7:30 Eastern and 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. So basically 7:30 p.m. each night, if you're on the East Coast or if you're on the West Coast, you will be able to catch out a replay of the telecast every day. Now, besides Peacock, and they said the opening ceremony and all Olympic events will also be streamed on NBCOlympics.com, NBC.com, and the NBC app. All right, so just want y'all to know where you can watch all of this stuff at, okay? And then they're also saying that the NBC opening ceremonies, it will be hosted by Mike Tirico, and this is his 4th time hosting the Olympics in prime time. And they also said that Kelly Clarkson, the Grammy Award singer, and NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning and Maria Taylor of NBC will be providing commentary from the U.S. Olympics team boat. So they also have some other people from the Today Show that will be participating as well. And for the first time during NBC and Peacock's live coverage of the Olympic ceremonies, they will have a commercial-free hour beginning at 1:30 Eastern. So that means you don't have to watch no commercials. They're going to go straight live, and they will be live and showing this in real time, okay? So no commercials will be needed. You can watch it all. So they said that the sponsors that's doing this is Coca-Cola, Delta, Lilly, Toyota, Visa, and Xfinity. So those are the ones that are saying that you don't have to watch no commercials. They said that the opening ceremonies start with the head of state, the president of France, and then also the International Olympic Committee president. And then they said they'll be raising the French flag after that. And of course, they're going to do the national anthem. And then next will be the Parade of Nations, and there will be about 94 boats in the parade. So each boat will have cameras to enable television and streaming viewers the opportunity to see athletes up close. That's pretty cool. You get a chance to see your favorite athlete of whatever that respective sport is. That's pretty dope. And let's see. There we go. Let's see. Why is that doing that there? There we go. That's weird. Okay. And then it says among the other activities, there'll be official speeches, the raising of the Olympic flag, the lighting of the Olympic flame, and we'll conclude with an artistic program highlighting the French culture. And there will be about 10,500 athletes participating in the games, and 206 nations will be participating as well. All right, so they're saying that there will be about 45,000 police officers present. So hopefully we won't have to deal with any negativity with the Olympics. They'll have special intervention forces, snipers on the top of buildings, and anti-drone systems. So you can't fly your drone to try and catch the Olympics, okay? So if you're going to France, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And they're saying all Parisian citizens and spectators will be required to have permits on a QR code to get anywhere. Cars will be restricted. Metro stations and bridges in the vicinity will be shut down, and airplanes will be prohibited unless they are a part of the ceremony. And it is expected that over 12 million people will be visiting Paris during the games. And they're also saying that similar to the Olympics viewing in general, the audience of the opening ceremonies will have been declining. So basically, nobody wants to participate in the Olympics. So the 2028 Olympics is supposed to be in Los Angeles. That is a lot to unpack, but the Olympics are here. And I would love to know your thoughts. I don't know if Mr. Edward is still here, but we're going to keep on going, let the show roll on, okay? So with that being said, what are your thoughts of the Olympics? Do you like the fact that the Olympics are happening, or are you excited about the Olympics? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the Olympics?
I'm still
Let me know
here,
on
brother.
your phone. Yeah, well, okay.
I'm still here.
What do you think of the Olympics? 1, this will be exciting to watch. 2, USA, USA, USA. 3, I am looking to see the new heroes and sheroes. 4, I'm not interested in watching the Olympics. Or 5, I'm looking to see who gets upset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Olympics? All right. Let me know what you think. All right. We got Mr. Edward. He has moved to a new destination. He has moved to a new destination. About to bring you back on the screen, brother. Would love to know your thoughts of the Olympics. What do you think of this?
1 second. Give me 1 second.
All right. Well, while we wait on Mr. Edward to get resituated, yeah, what are your thoughts of the Olympics? Track and field is my sport, says Mama D. That's what's up. Okay. I appreciate you letting us know what you think. I want to see the track and field. I want to see how the women do and how they place. And I hope that they do their thing, and I hope that a lot of the members in track and field will do all right. I heard that they have a new competition called B-Boy Dance. So they have a dance competition, and then they have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. I never heard of the 3-on-3 basketball tournament for the Olympics. So I guess different countries will participate in this. So, Mr. Edward, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on the Olympics taking over the next couple of weeks? Oh, my bad. There you go. You was moving around.
Camaraderie.
Say that again. Say that again.
I said I think it gives countries camaraderie. Countries coming together, doing everything they possibly can, just to have some goodwill and see the athletes do some great competing. I watched a little bit of the rugby today, and the rugby was pretty good.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. I see track and gymnastics. Track and field is my sport. Somebody said 4. I'm not interested in watching the Olympics, said Sean James. You don't want to see you don't want to see your cousin play? They say he's going to be passing the torch to somebody. Sheila Baker says USA, USA. Mama D says USA, USA. That's what's up. He said the camaraderie. But I think that's what it's all about, right? The camaraderie. That's what it's all about. And I think it's a matter of, just saying that we're the best at whatever it is. Now, I think I am looking forward to see who gets upset. I was watching some of the pre-qualifications or the pre-trials, and somebody that had won gold last Olympics in Tokyo, they were running and they didn't qualify because they tripped. And it's unfortunate. And the person who actually won, she tripped in the last pre-trials and did not qualify. So I'm not saying it's karma, but I'm happy that the person who made it, because she missed it last time, I'm happy for her, but I'm also sad for the person who tripped because she does not get a chance to defend her gold. It's an unfortunate situation. But neither here nor there, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and that's what it is. Is that fair, Mr. Edward?
Yeah, I think it is what it is. It's not good competition because they both didn't get to do it all the way through. So it's all good.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to move on over here to you. We're going to talk about you real quick, my man. Legends CFS. You said it's Legends Crematory Funeral
cemetery, cremation, funeral, cemetery services. So you got cremation, cemetery, funeral services.
Okay.
All 3 areas of death care, which is all of death care. But that's what legend is, living legend. Each person on planet Earth is a living legend, whether they know it or not, because we're all uniquely different. We're all individuals, and we all should be celebrating each of our lives because no one's more important than anyone else. So I like to make sure that everyone is a living legend, and whatever way people want to celebrate their life, we allow them to go ahead and celebrate their life because that's what they would like to do.
I like it. Okay. So where would you like me to start off? You sent me some material that you would like to share with the audience. And this is all digital because the thing is you can have conversations with people, right? But the difference with all of it being with it just having a conversation, now they have to fill out forms. That can be kind of boring. And now people live in a cell phone or a digital age. Tell them a little bit about what you're talking about. Tell me where you want me to go, and I'll pull up whatever you need.
We're going to start with the PowerPoint. I'm going to share with them exactly what we do in the arrangement conference of when we're gathering information. So if you just pull up the PowerPoint, we'll go through the PowerPoint, and then we'll show a little video, and then I'll go over the planning guide. So what this is, go back one page here. Go back one page and go to. That's you flying through it, man. I can't speak that fast.
I think it automatically. I think it automatically does it. So let me see if I can slow it down a little bit. But can you just talk while I go from there?
Yeah. So one of the things that we do, the first thing we have is called the arrangement conference, and what the arrangement conference is right here, the family profile. It allows a family to give us all the necessary information that's necessary to gather all the information and facts that families need, that we need also to prepare this person for their arrangements. That arrangement conference is very important because we get to decide in that arrangement conference the children, the next of kin, and how they want to celebrate the life of their family member or themselves, especially when they're doing advanced planning. So that's very, very important there. And then we go right into you could play the video now, and I think the video would give us a lot more clarity, and they'll see and understand when they hear the video of exactly how we categorize and organize everything for our families.
Sounds good.
So this video, I set it up for you.
You plan ahead for vacation,
there you go.
Retirement, holidays, even dinner.
Taking the time to think about what's ahead makes life simpler and allows you to do things your way. So why shouldn't the celebration of your life be the same?
Planning ahead for the day you're gone gives you time to personalize your funeral arrangements to reflect the events in your life that meant the most to you.
Plus, it relieves your loved ones of making tough decisions under difficult circumstances.
In the next few minutes, we'll explain what pre-planning choices are available and answer some of the most commonly asked questions about pre-arrangement.
So let's begin with this. Why should I plan my funeral now? Rarely can you predict when your life will end. Your surviving loved ones will be left to cope with the grief of losing your companionship. But they'll also have a lot of tough decisions to make in a very short period of time. And they'll most likely agonize over what you would have wanted. Pre-planning allows you the opportunity to make those decisions ahead of time, limiting the stress on your loved ones. They'll be able to cherish the past and not dwell in the present. It gives them greater opportunity to celebrate the life you've lived. Pre-planning also has financial benefits. Many pre-planning programs or policies allow you to set aside funds for future use. As with all service and product costs, funeral prices inflate over time. The sooner you plan, the less it will cost down the road. It also gives you peace of mind in knowing that your loved ones won't endure the burden of paying the expenses of your funeral.
Another commonly asked question is, what exactly does a funeral include? A funeral is more than just a service. Some of the related events that can accompany a service are a visitation or wake, a procession after the formal service, and a ritual for the disposition of remains. By pre-planning, you can make choices about the funeral arrangements to shape a parting message that reflects who you are. And those close to you will appreciate the opportunity to pay tribute to you and celebrate your life. A funeral can also involve a gathering after the ceremony, and sometimes a memorial service later in another location. There are a lot of decisions to make. Imagine how much easier the choices will be for you to make now, rather than your grieving loved ones having to make them after you're gone.
Once you've decided pre-planning makes sense, the next question is, where do I begin? Pre-planning takes some serious thought and preparation. National Guardian Life Insurance Company, an industry leader in pre-planning, offers an easy-to-use pre-planning booklet that walks you through each step of the process. There are no hidden obligations. Just fill in the blanks and take it to the funeral director of your choice.
If you've chosen to pre-plan, it's clear you value your loved one's feelings. So what would they think of your choice? While each situation is different, we suggest an honest and open discussion with your loved ones. Most adults will understand your effort as a means to relieve their future financial and emotional burdens.
Once you've made the decision to pre-plan and have chosen a funeral director, it's time to have your pre-planning conference.
The first thing you'll want to cover is services. Where? A house of worship, a funeral home, a family home, or other.
When? Taking into consideration religious doctrine and travel time for family and friends. You will also have to set hours for visitation or wake.
Who? Who will be asked to conduct or take part in your service? You may also want to think about personal touches, such as your favorite music to be played or readings to be read.
You may even want to leave a lasting memory of a hobby you loved. These choices are your opportunity to be remembered the way you want to be remembered.
The second topic is disposition of remains. This is often difficult for many people to discuss, but is very important. Among the things to consider are cremation, burial, entombment in a mausoleum, and public or private viewing. Your funeral director will guide you through the many choices.
The third topic is merchandise. This includes caskets, vaults, liners, and cremation urns. Your funeral director can even provide burial clothes if you choose.
The fourth topic that should be discussed is the issue of notices. You'll need to discuss information to be included in your obituary notice. Also, consider if you wish flowers to be sent to your funeral or if you'd like a memorial to be established.
The fifth and final topic is pre-funding.
Things you should consider when reviewing how to pre-fund are your personal current and future financial situation and the various pre-financing options available to you.
An option that many people choose is purchasing an insurance policy. National Guardian Life Insurance Company has many pre-funding options to help you find the best way to prepay for your arrangements without necessarily incurring large upfront costs.
If you do decide to pre-plan your funeral arrangements, remember these questions. Ask about your options to change the plan in the future in case you move to a new location, or if you change your mind about certain details.
And make sure you understand all the costs involved. Pre-planning makes a lot of sense to be remembered the way you want to be remembered.
And a chance for your loved ones to truly celebrate your life.
Hi, Mr. Edward. That was a very informative video. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm going to go back to this PowerPoint presentation, and we're going to have it slow down to where you can break it down for us. And I'm going to put you on this slide right here, and you go from there.
Yeah. So one of the things that we do when we do come together for families, and we're sitting down either in their home or at the funeral home or the cemetery or on Zoom, what we like to do is to make sure that people understand that we need to know in advance before a death occurs. So we ask this very stimulating question, but reality question. If there was a death in your family yesterday, what would you be doing today? Meaning that someone passed, now we need to walk a family through how they want to celebrate the life of the honoree. So some people have never had this conversation. So this is where we like to start, especially if I'm sitting with a husband and wife. Most husbands and wives have never had the conversation. They don't know how their spouse want to be laid to rest. Or if there's a single person who's never married or they're a widow now, they've never had that conversation. So we always like to start, say that today you passed away or someone in your family passed away, whether it's a spouse or a child, how would you want to lay them to rest? So this conversation is very, very important on how we go through and handle the information, because it gives us a very concise and understanding of what you would want and how you would want it. So that's where we start. This page, what we talk about, will let us know if they want a traditional funeral service with a viewing in a service either at their place of worship, at a funeral home, or at another location, because now you can have it anywhere. It doesn't have to be at one spot. We create all kinds of arrangements. So there's two things I want everybody to be aware of. The funeral home is everything that touch the human remains. That's we do the removal, we dress the body, we embalm the body, all that's done with the funeral side. The cemetery side is the final resting place of the human remains. Whether you're going to go, we have different areas. You can go interment, which is in the earth. Okay, in the earth, interment. You can go above the ground, which is entombment, being buried above the ground, entombment. Or you could be what they call cremated, and that's inurnment. So you got interment, earth, entombment, mausoleum, wall, inurnment, cremation, urn, or niche. Now, one of the things they tell us right now, over 5 million cremated remains are in homes of people. And I will say to you, your home is not a final resting place for your loved one. So one of the things I will do as we do these different things to give you different options. So let's move to the next slide, which we're going to talk about what happens within the first 24 to 36 hours after a death occurs. And I'm just going to move through this pretty rapidly, and then I'm going to go through our planning guide. So next slide, what happens within who's this slide right here, who makes these decisions? Cemetery and funeral records reveal that when a purchase is made at the time of a death, so remember that, the arrangements are normally made by a surviving spouse and or their children. So for us husbands out here, 7 out of 10 times, we're going to pass away first. We do not want to leave our wives and children to make these decisions. Mama D, we're located nationwide. One call arranges all. Wherever you are, we can help you. It's okay. So you let us know what area you're in, and we have a funeral home or cemetery where we can help you in that particular area or state or country, because we also work with other countries too. So thank you. Great question here. Also, very, very important when you talk about the arrangements, we want to keep our wives and our children or our relatives out of harm's way. We don't want them doing this on the day that they lose their loved one. So that's very important. So I always say this. We know that when someone passes, there's going to be emotion. We all know that. That's reality. But there's also another E that exists called economics. I don't know what the economic situation of families are going to be when a death occurs. We don't know that. But we know there's going to be economics involved. So I always say to families, I'm going to say to you today, worldwide, do not leave your family with the bill. Leave them with the will. So much more important. Protect yourself, protect your family. GoFundMe, crowdfunding, asking people to borrow money on the day that you lost your loved one is a very, very difficult thing. So I always suggest to people, have the talk of a lifetime, have these necessary conversations, and it's food for thought. And let me share this with you. There's nothing wrong with planning in advance and funding it in advance. Next slide. So I'm going to share with you here. This is what I was talking about when we talk about right here. Within the first 24 to 36 hours, there are 49 decisions that must be done. Now, unfortunately, most people are making these decisions in the middle of a crisis. The worst day of their life. They're trying to make decisions. And we all know it's very difficult to make decisions in the middle of a crisis. Our emotions off the chart. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to turn. But on this day, you have to come up with all these documents and vital statistics and birth certificates, Social Security, mother and father's maiden name, a lot of time. Then we got to go through, talk about the arrangements we talked about earlier. What type of ceremony we're going to have. Are we going to be buried above the ground, below the ground? Are there going to be a cremation service? And then the final resting place, a cemetery. Are we going to place the body there in a mausoleum, a crypt? Are we going to send cremated remains into space? Are we going to make the cremated remains into a diamond? Are we going to put cremated remains in the ocean? What are we going to do? Because see, that's the final resting place. A lot of people don't know all their options. So we got a lot of things that we'll be discussing as we move forward.
I got a question for you because you said something about not leaving a bill. You want to leave the family with a will. So two things.
Yes.
This is a two-part question. What if you cannot? What if you did not have? Well, I guess it's life insurance. Do you have to have life insurance to do this, or is this a separate policy? What is this?
This is separate. So that's a great question, Tall Boy. A lot of families today were instructed by their life insurance agent to purchase life insurance. But remember, life insurance is not tied to the local funeral home, nor the local cemetery, nor the local crematory. It's life insurance. And what happens is life insurance was designed to create an immediate estate. That's what it's designed for. And that money goes to the beneficiary. That's what it's for. So the beneficiary, they do whatever they want with the money. Hopefully, they would take care of the wishes of the person that left them the money. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. But when you do advanced funeral planning or advanced cemetery planning, you're doing that with the local funeral home in the local cemetery, completely separate policy, just like we call the big four. People have homeowner insurance, people have medical insurance, people have auto insurance, and people have life insurance. That's the big four. People do not plan for their funeral, nor their cemetery prop, nor their cremation in advance, which is a separate item, but it's still part of the whole umbrella.
So
That's
basically, this is a separate bill, is what you're saying, and you
Yes.
still got to pay this at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Whether,
Well, actually, Tall Boy, actually, this is the bill everybody pays, whether you want to or not. See, because some people tell me the two things you don't get away from, death and tax. I say, well, some people shelter their money. They still get away from some taxes, but death, none of us can shelter that.
as my sound effect says, yeah, you're right. All right, go ahead and go back to your. You want to go back to continue what you were saying?
No. Now we're going to pull up the planning guide. Remember the planning guide, the individual planning guide we sent you yesterday? The memorial planning guide.
Is this the flip book you're talking about?
Nice picture on the flower, the planning guide.
No. You were supposed to pull that up.
I'll
But
do that.
you still
one.
had
I'll
some more
share-
on the slide. You still had more on the slideshow, right?
No, that was done. I got more, but I'll come back to it.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to.
I'll
Share
share my
you-
screen first.
There you go.
Okay,
All right. So
let's
while
share
he's
this.
doing that, what do you guys think of this? While he's sharing or while he's doing this right now, what do you think of what he's talking about right now? Is this a conversation that we needed to have? I'm gonna let me know when you're ready, and I will. I
I'm
get you.
ready. I'm
Oh,
ready.
he says I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready. There you go.
So
There you
so
go.
so you guys can see this is a loving gift for your family, a complete memorial planning guide.
Right now,
And
this is
what
your
the,
Gmail. This is your Gmail right now. You know that, right?
like you can am I not sharing my screen? I'm sharing it.
Yeah, you're sharing. You're sharing your Gmail email. I'm not sure what's in the Gmail email, but it looks like
No,
there's
no,
some.
no. It shouldn't be there. It should be my screen.
Okay,
One
well,
second here.
okay, no problem. I'm just letting you know it's a Gmail, and then there's an
No, I
email.
got it. No, 1 second. I got to go back here.
Okay,
Let me
let
see.
me see if I
Share.
can. Go ahead. I'm gonna get you off the screen. There you go.
No, it's
Take it.
okay.
I got you.
Okay, let's see here. I don't know why that's toggled that way. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Use. Nope, I don't want that neither. No, it's okay, man. This is
Uh,
real life. I was trying to toggle. Okay, let's see here. Okay. No, that's not what I'm on. Okay.
okay. Well,
Entire screen.
um, Terica says this is a conversation that most people want to avoid. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
And
So what do you see now? What do you see now, tall boy?
then Sheila Baker says we definitely needed to have this conversation right here. It's a blank white screen, is what I see.
What do you
So
see now?
a blank white screen. So that's what I see. So
You
you may
still
just
see a
have.
Blake white screen?
Yes. Let me see if I can find it. But you just keep talking, and
Yeah, yeah,
you talk about it, and I'll see if I can find it on my end. Okay.
yeah, yeah. No. The planning guide is right here. I got it. I don't know why it's not sharing, because that's
Okay.
one thing I don't know.
Well,
Where?
it's technology, brother. So how do you
Yeah.
incorporate technology with this? That's one of the questions because,
Well,
like I
well,
said,
right now with technology, you could actually um, use technology because we send out these memorial planning guides to families, and we
hmm
show them how to fill it out right there live.
okay,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, the whole
All
audience can hear
right.
you loud and clear.
Okay.
I
So,
found it. I found it.
okay.
So let me
All
see if
right.
I can get that on
Yeah,
the
because I
screen.
don't know why on my
There you
end.
go. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. So just scroll down a little bit. So this is our gift to the family. We have every type. This is a little quote for right there. Stop, slow down, go back. That's right. So it says, we hope the memorial planning guide will help you ease the difficulty associated with planning one of life eventualities. You heard what I said. One of life eventualities. Within this booklet, you can go through and plan all of your details, all necessary information, all the way down to the flowers, to the type of clothes you want, everything. We present these booklets free of charge. So anybody who wants to have a free consultation, we just want to make sure you're ready to at least have a discussion or begin the discussion. So go ahead and scroll down. This booklet will be, so it's a complete memorial planning guide. So we have a guide for, hold on, go back up to husband and wife right here. So it could be for husband and wife or an individual. And it's courtesy of your local funeral home, your local cemetery, and the funeral director or family service counselor you'll be meeting with at the time. Go ahead and scroll down now. And this is the table of contents. I'm just going to go through the table of contents so you can see what's in here. Husband and wife vital statistics, wife vital statistics, funeral instruction, wife's funeral instruction, the memorialization, that's the cemetery page. How do you want to be memorialized? How do you want to be that? Big word, but really, what is going to be your final resting place? All your children, organizations, people to be notified. What about your medical history? The estate information, your will, your trust, all your banking information, if you own a home. What about all your insurances? $980 million went unclaimed last year. There's a place here for you to write your own obituary. And I always recommend people to do this. Sit down now, no matter what age you are, sit down now and see if you can write your own eulogy. And see right now, just look over your life, see if you can do that. You'll be amazed how much it works on you and for you. So those are the kind of things that we look at. Then we talk about any special instructions. Like we do a lot of funerals in New Orleans. They want a jazz funeral. We have one in St. Louis where they have Big Mama's Kitchen. They also have the Super Bowl room. Some people want to have it. I'm in California. Some people want to have their services right on the ocean. Okay, they have it right there, and we do it. Okay, military points. Some people want to have military honors. We do those things. Those are special instructions. And then certified copy of death certificate, your Social Security, your veteran benefits. Thank you so much if you served our country. The truth about the living trust and the importance of a will. That right there is this whole book. And if you just scroll down now, you don't have to stop at the pages. See, so you can see it's all fillable. This is the tech side, the technology side. So now these booklets just used to be in printed form, but now we can actually go through it with you and then email it to you so you can complete it. And then you can also email it to your children, your next of kin, your executor, and they have all the information necessary of how you want your service to be after we've already gone through it and done it. Your medical history, estate planning. So this booklet covers 95% of everything that must be done before a death occurs. So you can see these booklets really help us have a conversation about your life so that we want to make sure it's all done. Now, we call this the Memorial Planning Guide. The reason why it's a memorial of your life. The memorial of your life is planning done in advance, and then it guides the funeral home, the cemetery, the crematory, and your family on exactly what your wishes are. This is our memorial planning guide.
Now, all of this sounds. Now, stop. You got to stop sharing your screen so I can get you back on here. But all of this sounds nice. But the young people are gonna be like, I think I'm invincible, right? And the middle aged people, they're like, I hear what you're saying, but everything comes with a fee. So when we start talking about money, what are we talking about on a low end, middle tier, and high end as far as this service here?
It depends on every family. The average funeral today, cremation services, all that's about $5,500 and above, just depending on what a family wants. But they can pay that over time. The total amount, I mean, obviously, you have caskets. One casket, $5,500. It just depends on what every family wants. We always say every family has a right to say no to the very best, but they have to be presented the very best. I don't know what families want, so we have a conversation about what they want, but we present them everything so they can make their own choice. I do not make a choice for a family. I explain to them there's 6 ways that you can be laid to rest. On the burial side, there's a traditional funeral, there's a graveside service, and then what we call immediate burial. Those are 3 things for full body. Traditional funeral, where there's going to be a viewing and a service. Then there's a graveside service where there's no viewing, there's no service of the human remains or the honoree, and then there's immediate burial. On the cremation side, there's a traditional cremation where the body is present. At the end of that ceremony, we cremate the body, and then those remains are placed in the cemetery. They're made into a diamond. They go into space. They go in the water, ocean, as eternal reefs. There's all different ways that you could do that. Then we have a memorial service on the cremation side, which is body not present. We have a nice photo, flowers. The urn could be present there or not. And then we have direct cremation. There's only 6 different types of services. And I've been doing this for 36 years, and those 6 are not going to change. Those are the things that families can do. And each one of them come with a different price point depending on what the family wants.
You got a question over here from Mama D, and let me see if I get that over there on the screen. She says, can this override a power of attorney if I'm in my right mind right now?
Well, it doesn't override it, but the difference is because if you do your arrangements yourself, then you can make your arrangements irrevocable, and a power of attorney can't touch this at all. Because all this is right here is you making your own arrangement with the local cemetery, and we have to honor your arrangements because you did it for yourself. That's the most important thing you got to understand. Too many people don't understand that, and that's the difference. Yeah. Yes, the casket can be, the casket, we call it a ceremonial casket, is rented for the cremation ceremony. And that's the beauty. That's a great question there, Lisa Marie. It can be rented, but we call it a ceremonial casket versus a rented casket because people don't like the term. It's ceremonial casket, but it is, I use your layman's term, a rented casket. Excellent topic of discussion for the night. This is a great business to get into. Yes, that's Sean. Yeah, you're correct, Mr. James. It is. That's another thing. Since he did bring that up, most people don't think of death care. I've been doing this 35 years, so if you have children, people who don't have any direction, that they don't know what they want to do, they can go to mortuary science school. They can work in the local cemetery. They can become a cremation tech and learn how to do cremation. They can do removals. I'm talking about everything because I want everybody to understand this, whether we like it or not. We all participate in this in life. But one thing I also want, why not get in something that you know that's not going to go away, but you want to take care of your family? That, and I understand some people can't think about it, but at the same time, it's important. And I always tell people this: I get two ways. I get deposit in my emotional bank account because I help families every day, and I get deposited in my natural bank account. But what I do to make a living is not who I am. I get to serve people every day. I get to help people get their first step back to normalcy. So I want you to hear me. Death is an event that happens in life. It doesn't have to be an event that happens to life. Every event only happens once. We live every day, we only die once. So it's better to have it than to need it.
Now you
Tall
were
boy,
saying
let's go
something.
back to
Now you were saying something about a person can get cremated and be put in a diamond, or they can go into
Yes,
space
yes.
earlier. Like, what do you mean by
Yes,
that?
sir.
I thought I had a video for it, but I don't see it.
Yeah. Well,
Can you
we do have
explain
a
it?
video for. Yeah, I explained to him what we could do for the diamond. We take the cremated remains and we can make that into a certified diamond for a family, so they can carry their mom, their dad, their child around. With, if they want to have a piece of jewelry, we can make it to a ring, make it to a pendant, anything. And I mean, a certified diamond carbon. Our bone fragments is carbon to help us make it that way. So that's a really good thing for you to know.
Do
If you
you
want to send
know? Would you happen to know what the name of that video was off the top of your head? To where I can
yeah,
try
yeah,
and see
life
if I can
gems, life gems, life
that
gems.
Life Gems on YouTube.
Yeah, life gems is a real short video. Life
So
gems.
you keep going, and I'm gonna see if I can
Yeah.
find this diamond video
So
because
life gems is one. Then we have Memorial Space Flight, which is Celestial Memorial Space Flight. We send up cremated remains into space every year, 4 times a year, Memorial Space Flight. And then we also have Eternal Reefs, where you can actually lay your loved ones to rest in the ocean, a reef ball, which we call them. And there's also other ways that you could do with cremated remains. We have keepsakes and things of that nature. So whatever way you want to celebrate your life, people still like to be buried in the mausoleum, to rest in their own private mausoleum. But some people want to be cremated, and that's their choice. We don't we facilitate what people want, not do it. We just facilitate it. So that's very important.
okay.
So
I you said now you had something about flip books, or is there something else in the training
yeah. Why
program
don't you
that you wanted to
go?
show?
Yeah, we got a little time here. Why don't we go to back to the PowerPoint real quick? Let's finish those pages, and then we go right to the flip book, and that'll be the last part that we do, so they know what the deliverable will be. Next page of this. I'm just going to fly through these real quick. So to be remember our natural human needs. It's a celebration of life that's been lived. It's your final footprint on the earth. The Vietnam Wall, 58,000 people, Dr. King, the Taj Mahal, JFK, the Great Pyramids. My wife and I have been there. We also been to the Vietnam Wall. Princess Diana, they said 1 billion people saw her services. When someone who's loved and respected is lost, there is need for a gathering. We want to make sure that when you pass away, your loved ones, your friends, your relatives will come and gather around to celebrate your life, not mourn your death. Next slide. Why do loving people pre-plan? Why do they do this? We insure ourselves against possible health issues, auto accidents, property damage, as well as replacement income for any dependents left behind. Death is inevitable. Shouldn't we have coverage to protect our loved ones from the emotional and financial toll our passing will have on them? So our research in the death care profession identifies 7 reasons for planning in advance. It puts your house in order. I know we all pass away. I tell people I'm going to pass away someday. You're going to pass away someday. Very important that we go through. Gives you peace of mind. You guys know this is very important. You plan it together. If you're a couple or if you're a family, you plan it together. It takes the burden off your loved ones. They do not have to do this on the day that death occurs, neither from the emotional standpoint, there's going to be emotion, but they don't have to worry about the economics because everything was paid for in advance. You avoid inflation. When you go to your local cemetery, your local funeral home, your local crematory, and you plan this in advance, the day you put down your initial investment, that freezes that cost, freezes it. So that's what you want to do. Avoid inflation. You don't have to worry about it going up because when you plan it, they allow you to pay it over time versus COD. What COD is in our profession, if death has occurred, you have no arrangement. It's called cash on death. When you pass away, they only have to take cash within 48 to 72 hours because it's very difficult for a funeral home or cemetery or crematory to do services without being compensated. That's all. No emotional overspending. This is very important. We don't want you to be.
Go ahead.
I'm
Finish
sorry?
your sentence. Finish your sentence.
We don't want people to have to emotionally overspend. A lot of times after someone passed, people spend more money than they have to because they're trying to make up for all the reasons they didn't talk about it before death occurred. And they said, well, we got to let daddy go out with a bang or let mama go. No. Guys, do this in advance. Do your own arrangements. Tell people what you would like. And if you want us to help you walk you through the talk of a lifetime or have these necessary conversations, or let us give you some food for thought. That's all. Tell you all your options. And then the last part is
no. So my question is, what if I start making payments and then something happens to me in the middle of me making payments? So let's just say my bill came up to $15,000 and I'm $8,000 in, and then something happens to me. What happens then? Does the company
that's
still
a good question. Very good question. What we do not do is, as long as you first day coverage, that means you had no health issues, okay? And if you die while you're paying on it, we pay the balance automatically. We do not penalize people for planning in advance. I'm going to say it again. We do not penalize people for planning in advance. We're not going to come after your kids or your family because you chose to do that and you passed away in the middle of it. We're going to go ahead and forgive the debt, okay? We're going to make sure the funeral homes still get paid and make sure you still get your final resting, your services, okay? Now, if you do have a pre-existing illness, depending on what it is, there is a 2-year window, okay? That means if you die 1 month to 12 months after you decided to plan your arrangements, 1 month to 12 months, we will take all the monthly investments you paid us plus 3%. All the monthly investment plus 3% for those 12 months. If you pass away the second year of that 15,000, if you die that whole second year, we'll pay 70% of that 15,000 the second year, 70% of it. So then the family would have to come with the balance. Okay. 24 months in 1 day for a person with a pre-existing illness will pay the whole balance off.
Well, look, everybody talking about this diamond over here in the comments. So let me show you, because I look, Tallboy was over here working behind the scenes. So check out the diamond. It's less than a minute.
I work for the company that takes people or pets' ashes, these are human, and create diamonds from them. And this is how to grow a blue diamond. You take about a half cup of ashes, purify that to carbon, compress the loved one's carbon into a disc. The loved one's carbon disc is what actually becomes a diamond. Pick the perfect diamond seed. Layer on top of the diamond seed a piece of boron alloy. The boron is what makes a diamond blue. And then the loved one's carbon disc. The entire loved one's carbon is combined into a white salt tube that will be encapsulated in graphite to create the entire growth cell that can withstand extreme amounts of pressure and energy to grow the diamond. Place the cell into the press. Now wait. Extract the rough from the cell. Shape the rough. And that's how you grow a blue diamond. Leave a comment if you want to see how black diamonds are made.
There you go. You heard it live on Lab Tech. You heard it live on Lab Tech show. Listen, the Lab Tech. Listen, this is the lab, man. This is where you're gonna find out stuff that you never heard about. We're gonna be bringing you other things too that you never heard about. Sending cremated remains in space, potting pros, what you can do with all kinds of different things. We now can even take the tattoo off of people's body and create a nice picture of that tattoo for the family. Okay, so it's pretty powerful.
You see the question there?
They can't use.
So can they use the diamonds that they already have? So if they already have a diamond, can they use one of their diamonds that they already have?
No. These diamonds are made out of cremated remains.
So you basically if once you transition your pet or yourself or a family member, they turn the diamond they make the diamond out of the remains, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
They
but
don't
you don't
put it
even have to
inside of the
transition. You don't even have to transition. You can do it now with just some hair. You can do it with your hair. They take a bunch of your hair, and they can still create a diamond for you now. Or you can wait till you pass away, and then they take your bone fragments and do it. So, just depending on what a family wants.
Okay. They say swipe that credit card for the balance. I did. You can too. I will
Mama D.
pass. I know about the diamond, but when someone rob you, where are your ashes at now? Says Mama did. Okay.
You guys are funny. But you know the good part about it is, Tall Boy, we're having a conversation. Tall Boy, let's finish this last two slides and get to that flip book, and then we'll be out of here.
I like how he running the show, y'all. Don't
Well,
you
no,
see how
no,
he doing?
I'm running with you, man. You told me I wanted to keep it on point.
I got you. Okay, so let's get back to the slideshow. There you go, my man. It's all you.
So the next slide.
I got you.
This is what we see every day, guys, at our funeral homes, our cemeteries, crematory. People come in what we call the wrong way to make these decisions. There's a lot of grief, a lot of worry about the future. Now, remember, when you walk into the local funeral home, local cemetery, local crematory, we are meeting a stranger for the first time, and you're meeting a stranger for the first time. And we have to make a critical decision about your loved one. That situation is very unique for us because we do it every day. We want to serve you, but at the same time, because emotions and grief is so high, we got to walk very gently and use very much compassion. And we try to do that every day, and we do it well. Okay. People are pressed for time, and they respond with haste and family conflicts that we're not a part of, but they show up. You know, someone passed away, and now we're in the middle of a family conflict. Very difficult. People are alone and confused. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Lynn, this is a true family mess. I know, Mama D. It's the truth. I've 36 years. Listen, I've been in some situations. Alone, confused, and uncertain about what's best is very serious. Now, look at the changes wrought by death are in themselves. They're so sharp and final and so terrible and melancholy in their consequences that the thing, death, stands alone in man's experience and has no parallel upon the earth. Death is a great equalizer. It changes people. Trust you me. Changes families. This is the right way, guys. I do thank you. I thank Lab Tech. I thank Tall Boy. I thank my avatar guy who was talking. TBJ. Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the privilege to present you this
TBJ in the building. What's up?
There you go, TBJ.
Hey.
TBJ. When you plan your arrangements, you can relax knowing everything is taken care of in advance. Plus, you will make economically sound decisions because your emotions are at rest. You lock in future costs at today's prices. There's a measure between price and cost. Cost.
Hold up. You said you locked your price in, so today's price is not yesterday's price?
Exactly. Today's prices. See, what happens is people don't understand the difference between cost and price. Price is what it is today. When you don't take action, that's the cost. That's future. Like some people tell me, Edward, I'm not interested. And I said, I understand. But do you know the last two letters of the word interested is ED? If you're not educated, it will cost you interest. So you don't have to be interested in me. If you like interest, go for it. But if I can educate you, I can prevent the interest from coming to you. So don't always tell people you're not interested. At least hear them out so that you will know what you may not be aware of that exists. That's all. So try that for yourself.
What they say?
Yeah, Glow. No competition. These stay off. Yeah, Glow.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Lynn. I got you. I'm with you. You summoned me, so I pulled up on you, man.
You pulled up on me.
Okay,
So
we're going to go
now
back to
what
the
I'm gonna
next
do?
slide.
No, yeah, we're done here. So now you can
about to wrap
put
up?
your head and not your heart. And this makes sense. Now I'm going to show you this is the deliverable. Who have you helped when you make arrangements? Who have you helped? Your school, the church people in your community, your office mates, your friends, family, your neighbors, hobbies. You protect them by protecting yourself in advance. Everything is done. So it makes a world of difference. That's the beauty of advanced planning. Okay. Now, after everything is done, 7 to 10 days after your service, we're going to bring you a nice booklet. So let me show you the booklet we're going to bring you. This is just a sample book. This is a booklet in memory of whoever that is. And you can see the eulogy. This is one of our funeral homes in Exquisite Family Mortuary. It's all laid out. Now, this book could be digital or hard copy. Everybody who signed in, slow down right here. They signed in digitally. So we get their email addresses, their phone numbers if the family wants them. So, but now you have a record of everyone who came to the service. This is our deliverable to your family when we come and do what we call aftercare. And then we have another thing called after reach. After reach is the 17 things that must be done after death has occurred. These are the legal things. Aftercare deals with grief and mourning and making sure you get your first step back to normalcy. That's what this book is for. Keep on flipping here. I'm going to show you this last few things. And then if you have any questions, more. See how many people came to celebrate the life of this person? Look at all these tributes. These are tributes that people left. You can do tributes now on your phone so that families will get your expression. You can do this also online and stuff like that. That's the beauty of technology now. We can get you to share something instantly to the family. Okay. And next page. See more. And then at the end, you see, this is beautiful. And then flip one more, and it just shows you this would be all your pallbearers, the officiation, tell you the day you were laid to rest, where you are, where were you at the interment, where your remains end up. And then at the end of it also celebrates the funeral home that you work with on the last page. See, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away.
There you go.
This is the moment that takes our breath away, guys. Right now, this is the moment. Because we've had a conversation about something that most people don't. I commend each and every one of you for taking the time out to come to Lab Tech and hearing a necessary conversation, having food for thought, and really having the talk of a lifetime. Thank you so much, Tall Boy, for inviting me and allowing Legends Cemetery Funeral Services to be present.
Oh, it's all good, man. Now, once again, with this digital flip book, this is something that they can have. So it's not necessarily like the program. They can always have this as in an email. Is that correct? They can always have this on their, like they can have this in their email. They can send this out to as many people as they need to.
Yes.
You don't have to hide your wife. She over there. Just tell her we said hello. Tell her you live though.
Yes.
Tell her to come on in here. Ask her. We got some questions for the missus. Tell her come on up in. She interrupted in the live show, so tell her come on in here. Hey, this is a real show. We in real time. Look at him. He talking. He got an answer to the missus. See, he got an answer to her.
Definitely. All right, guys. Let's. Because.
So if people want to get in contact with you personally, how can they do that?
Well, if they want to, they can actually go to Legends Cemetery Funeral Services, Legends Cemetery Funeral Services, or you can hit me on my Facebook page, Edward Lynn 0827 Edward Lynn. You can also go to my Instagram, Edward Lynn 0827.
Okay, so you on Facebook channel. And on IG. That's where you at.
Yes, Facebook, IG, YouTube, all of it.
So it's like all Edward Lynn 0827. Edward Lynn. All right, there it is at the bottom of the screen, guys. Edward Lynn 0827.
And if you want to contact me by phone, 562-688-2365. Again,
hold up. Now you know good and well these people don't have no phone, no piece of paper, no pen. They watching on the telephone, so you got to give them a minute to get their phones out or get a piece of paper, Mr. Edward. Now, look, everybody, help me out. If you would like to take down his number, he sounds like he's giving you his personal number. So if you are interested, why don't you pull out your phone, get a piece of paper, let me know in the comments when you're ready. He going to give you the number because he's telling you the number, and y'all not ready. Now get ready because I'm giving you time to get your stuff ready, and then he going to give you the number twice, and that way you can call him personally because he's saying, now is this a recorded line or this is your direct line? How we moving?
My direct line.
Oh,
one
we moving
call
like
arranges
that.
all.
Oh,
one
we
call
moving
arranges
like that.
all.
Oh, okay. So now make sure you tell them that Tall Boy sent you from the Lab Tech Show, And they saying that they ready now. Now they saying they ready. Okay, look at them. They in the comment. Look. The comments say, "I'm ready. I'm ready." You. Lisa Maria said, "You know I be ready. Come on." Let's say, Mama D said, "I'm ready." See, you got to give these people time. Like this is an adult audience. They don't be ready, Mr. Lynn. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to break it down for you. All right, so go ahead and give them the number one more time.
562-688-2365. Again, 562-688-2365. One call arranges all.
Look at him. He had the acronyms and one call arranges all. Look at him. Look, see, he practiced that all day, y'all. Look. Somebody said, "Hold up, I'm not ready. I'll replay it." No, we'll give you one more time. No, we see now. If you're not ready, then you're not ready this time. See, I'm giving you time. I'm putting it on the comment, putting it on the screen. Now, by this time, you should be ready now. All right, one more time, Mr. Edward.
562-688-2365. 562-688-2365.
One call
arranges all.
What they say? Oh man, that's what's up, man.
All
right. So look, before we go, now Mr. Edward talked about Legends CFS, and but my thing is, there's some other technology out there that I want you to know or be more aware about. I tried to get him on the show, and we probably will get him on the show in the near future. But I want you to know that there's other options out there as well, because he talked about getting ready when that day happens, right? And that way, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You don't have to go, going through looking for who is going to be this. You already pre-planned, as they say, right? You pre-planned all of this. You made sure everything was taken care of, and you didn't have to go searching for all of the things that you needed to look for, because you took a Saturday, you took a Sunday in advance, and your whole family is taken care of, right? You figured out the tier that you wanted to pay for. So from the low end to the high end, whatever you feel, but that you want to pay. I hope I'm saying this right, Mr. Edward. And then lastly, you know that, as he just said, that there's 5 or 6 insurances that you have to pay: homeowners insurance, life insurance, car insurance, and all that, but nobody never talks about death insurance. And so because you don't talk about this is a chance for you to get this taken care of in real time. And that way, because you still got a bill when you die. And hopefully, if you got the will, like he said earlier, hopefully your family will make sure that they take the money out of the will, but you designate it to somebody. And that's the moral thing to do. But you still got a bill. So hopefully you'll take the time out to look up Legends CFS or find another comparable company that can do it. But I thought we needed to have this conversation. But there's a video that I want to show you. I told you I met them at CES. Some of you guys have seen this video, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap, okay? If you have not had a chance to see this, I think that you'll be more than amazed, and they have different tiers, okay? So check this out. This is the Atom app. CES 2024, man, we're live on the showroom floor at Eureka Park. It is the Lab Tech Show. My name is Tallboy, and you know what? I hate to say this, but we're all eventually going to die one day. But Atom is the last gift that you're going to want to give to your family. And my guy Michael, he's going to tell us all about Atom. Tell us, what is Atom? Like, we know we're going to, transition, but what does it do?
Yeah, so Atom stands for All Life Digital Asset Manager, and we built this revolutionary app to answer the question, what happens to your digital assets when you die? So let's say, God forbid, I walk outside today and I get hit by a bus. What would happen to everything on my phone? All of my photos, my videos, any precious memory I have on my phone would be gone, and the reason being is because I haven't shared my password with anyone. I don't know if you've ever heard of the joke, delete my browser history if I die. There's some truth behind every joke, right? We don't want people to see everything we have, so that's why we created Atom. So it allows you to securely pass on specific photos, files, videos, passwords to whomever you want to have access to them when you're gone.
So this is everything: passwords, videos, banking information, all of this.
Correct, yes. So you can specially curate whatever you want to upload there. So it's specific photos, videos, passwords. We have different sections in the app that allow you to upload photos. We can upload files, PDFs, and then we have a notes section as well where you can put passwords, crypto keys, instructions to find your life insurance policy, who your lawyer is, where your banking info is, all of that stuff.
So then you can also possibly leave a message for that loved one that has access and say, I specifically want this person to handle my assets?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Now, like you said, everybody's got to eventually go, but we want to make sure that we're protected. There's got to be a cost for this. How does this work?
Yeah, so we're actually free, which is amazing. With the free version, you're limited to the amount of photos and videos you can upload or files. If you want to upgrade to a premium version, you get a lot more storage. There's a monthly fee for $5.95. You can do a yearly subscription of $49.99 or a lifetime subscription of $299.99.
So Tallboy gets the lifetime subscription. Everybody else get the monthly or the annual subscription.
Exactly.
But look, a lifetime deal for $299. Are you out of your mind? $300.
There's a ton of value there. A ton of value.
Okay, so you got to tell me, where can people find this? Find this app.
So we're in the App Store. We're actually in the Apple App Store, and then we're also in the Google Play Store as well. If you visit our website, adamapp.io, you'll also see the download links there as well.
adamapp.io.
Correct.
Okay, so look in this camera. Tell people why they should want to even consider Adam.
Well, things happen unexpectedly. When I was 15 years old, I got hit by a car, and I realized that if I didn't share, my dad didn't have a password to my phone, so he would have lost all of those precious memories that I had of us on my phone. Things happen unexpectedly, and you should be prepared for those times.
Wow. So you want to basically give people that opportunity to be able to share those memories with the respective loved ones.
Exactly, and only the memories you want to share.
Oh, so you can not share. They won't have access to the whole phone. They'll have access only to what you allow them to have.
Exactly. That's the whole purpose of Adam. We only want to share the things we want to share, right? They don't have access to everything. They don't see any of the memes or whatever you're sending to your friends that you don't want everyone to see. It's only the specific things you want people to see when you're gone.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. This is the last gift that you can give to your family. He wants you to think Adam. And it is CES 2024. We're talking about innovation. And why not make it as simple as Adam? It's the Tallboy Experience, Lab Tech Show, CES 2024. We're out. All right, guys, so that's the Adam app. So that's digital assets, right? Your digital assets, you can designate one person or two people to have access to that. We're going to see if we can get Michael to come on in the coming weeks. But, I mean, hopefully that's something that could be beneficial. Go to their Instagram page. Go to their website. On Instagram, it's the.adam.app. And then adamapp.io is their actual website, all right? So Adam.app on Instagram, and then on their the actual website is adamapp.io. That's their website, all right? So before we get up out of here, got to ask you a question. Are you prepared for end of life? On your phone, let us know. One, I have a will/trust set up. I'm good. Two, I need to take advantage of these opportunities presented. Three, I never knew about this. Four, I need to rethink my affairs. Or five, I wasn't ready for this show, but I'm glad you had it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us know in the comments, what do you think of the end of life? Are you prepared? Are you prepared? Let me see, what do we have here? We're supposed to have our call to action, and Mr. Edward was doing this thing, so I didn't want to interrupt him, but here you go. Hey, everybody, it is the Lab Tech Show. That's what. We are here, and we would love for you to like, subscribe, or hit that notification bell. Will you embrace this technology? We got you. It's called the Lab Tech Show. Come on now, we're building. It's a community here. You see, you guys get to ask questions in real time. It's a family environment, and we all get to learn something in real time. So join us. Be a part of the family. It is the Lab Tech Show. All right, guys, it is the brands. Come on now. I need y'all to support. Now, you know, we do tech over here at the Lab Tech Show. So if you know a tech company that would like to be featured, have them visit the Lab Tech Show, fill out the form on the website, and we'll get them on as a future guest. Also, are you looking for live streaming production? You like the way this show is ran today? Check out yourliveproduction.com. Also, video production, period. Not live streaming, video production, period. Whether it's a graduation, it's whatever you want to call it, a recap, a concert, you name it. You need it recap? Tallboy.us. Go to the website. You see what it's all about. Don't forget, the show is on Spotify and YouTube podcasts. All you have to do is search The Lab Tech Show. And then also, you guys know we try to have this show live on Roku and Amazon Fire 48 hours after the show airs. It's all you got to do is go to TBE Media. That's right, TBE Media. We're on TV, y'all. That's right, we on TV. You can check out all the previous episodes, all right? And this episode will be on there within 48 hours, okay? And then if you would like to support financially, you can easily just go over to Cash App or PayPal and go to the respective links, and you can make your financial contribution however you like, all right? As always, think big, think tall. You know what it is. Think tall, boy. If you don't know what that means, think big, believe in God. Think tall, the sky's the limit. And think tall, boy, because he said so and he's doing it. All right, let's see. Do we have Mr. Keith back up on the screen? I don't know where this man is. This man just keep disappearing and everything. I don't know what's going on with this guy. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. Let me see. There were some questions here that I think that we had for some people. Let me see. Let's see. Where is it at? Mr. Keith, are you still here or did you leave me? We had some questions. Mama D had a question. I'm not sure if my man left. His computer died. But he can come back and check the replay. So she says, can we pay the funeral home being a beneficiary and the rest go to your family? All right. So I don't know where Mr. Keith went, but he was over there touching too many buttons. So hopefully he'll come back. If not, he can catch the replay and he can go from there. And let's see, what else do we have? I don't have any secrets. I love you, then you know how to, if I love you, you know how to get into my phone. Says hit the spot 10:06. Let's see. Thank you for this info, says Sheila Baker. No, this is what the show. Now, y'all know how we roll over here. You know how we do this show. We want you to be informed from a technology perspective. We try to simplify the technology in a language that you can understand. And like I said, Mr. Keith has some great a great service, and now it doesn't have to be in paper form. It can be in digital form, and that qualifies as tech, right? The Atom app qualifies as tech, right? But we don't know that these things actually exist, and I want you to know that these are things happen because end of life matters, because we never know when our last day is here, okay? Looking forward to part 2 of this. Let me see. Chad, let's see. I think we can all agree with 5. Who said that? Sean James. I think we can all agree with number 5. Let me see. I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show. Thank you so much. Terica Richardson said this was great. That's what's up. So this is how we do it every Wednesday. YouTube, 8 o'clock Eastern, the Lab Tech Show. You know how we roll. Now, there will not be a show next week. Tallboy will not be here. Now, TBJ and Revis might be. I have to, talk to TBJ's agent and talk to Revis and see what they're able to do. But Tallboy will not be here. And but I want you guys to take some time. It is summertime. Take care of your responsibilities. Have fun. Just take some time to yourself. Here in Georgia, the kids go back to school. Tallboy don't have no kids, but he got family. But that are kids. But school's about to start back up, and at the end of the day, I just want you guys to just take some time to yourselves. All right. So hopefully you guys got some value out of tonight's show. And, I just want y'all to know that I respect y'all. I thank y'all for supporting me. This has been a true grind. It's a hustle. And you guys know I do this and I pour into you guys every week, just trying to simplify this technology. And the show is free. I mean, if you would like to make a contribution financially, that's great. But I mean, you guys know I'm just trying to just get the word out. And hopefully one day that this show will be to where the masses are enjoying and watching this show. Okay. So, but right now I appreciate my community and I thank you guys because you guys can interact in real time. Put a disclaimer out there. We got to get Stream Alive right. Or if not, we're going to have to find another service. So I like, y'all know how I am. If it don't work, we got to stop using it. But I mean, you see that we've been using Streaming Live for months, and we got to get it to work. And if it don't work, you know, we need that real-time interaction. We'll be finding some other products out there and testing stuff. You guys know how I like to roll. I like to test in real time. As you can see right here, I now have something over here, a digital signage. I actually had a chance to, I found a software that will allow me to, you know, when you go into the fast food restaurants or you go into a store and they have digital signs. We also heard that Walmart was going to do digital signs and they can tell you what the prices are. Well, I found some software that will allow me to put whatever I need over here, so I can type in birthdays, I can send out messages. So when this screen is up here, you can see in the background, and we can give you a little bit of love. I don't know if you guys can see this in real time, real big, but we're finding ways to still be creative, be tech savvy, and, you know, add or enhance to the show. So as a brief recap, y'all know how we roll. See, there it is. Happy birthday to all the July babies from Tallboy. And then hopefully when August hit, I think Lisa Maria has a birthday, or is she September? Somebody got birthdays. So at the end of the day, this is what we talked about today. We talked about the Olympics, Peacock, NBC. Everything starts Friday at 1:30 Eastern or 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We talked about End of Life Matters with Legends CFS, with Edward Lynn, the Atom app, and Sanctimonious. I was not acting sanctimonious today, so hopefully you guys got it. Find a way to use the word throughout the week, and hopefully you guys got some true value out of this show. All right, so with that being said, I thank you guys so much for hanging out. 2 weeks, I'll tell you how this worked. Let me see, can I get it on the screen? I told y'all, I got it. I purchased it. It's a portable generator. So when your power goes out, what would you do? Well, at least you got 2 plugs and you got 3 USB outlets, 3 USB-A outlets and 1 USB-C outlet and 2 DC outlets. And it also has a flashlight. So I don't know how to turn the flashlight on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is. Flashlight on. Flashlight brighter, and it strobes. Okay, there it is. So like I said, what happens when your power goes out? What would you do? So I just said, you know what, let me just go ahead and invest. And it also has a power battery meter right here. And I think it was all like $65. So people that live in hurricane cities, there's a snow outage. The link is in the description. Use the link. And then lastly, the Amazon Prime Day packages came in. Framio, it showed up. You guys can send pictures, so maybe I'll create a code, and you guys can send pictures, and maybe we can have it here one day, and you guys can take a picture or a selfie of yourself and see the picture come in real time. So we'll try this out in the next couple of weeks. This was Framio. I think the link, when we found it, it was $49, and if you look, if it's still available, they had a link where it was like $10 off, so you can get it for like $39. Okay, so this is Framio, and this was the portable generator, and I think the battery lasted for 8 to 10 hours or something like that. So we'll talk more about it in a couple of weeks. But like I said, Tallboy will not be here next week. TVJ and Revis, I got to talk to their agents, talk to their respective parties, and see if they're going to do it. But Tallboy will not be here next week, okay? So hopefully you guys had a great time. You enjoyed the show. And thank y'all for hanging out. And let me see some of the comments. We appreciate you, Tallboy, says Sheila Baker. Thank you so much. Let's see, Terica Richardson. Thank you, Edward Lynn, Tallboy, and TBJ. Let me see. Good night. Blessings to all. Let me see. Amazing show tonight. Tallboy, TBJ, and Revis. And great show. Yeah, I'm glad you guys got some value out of tonight. That's what it is. It is the Lab Tech Show. Where is it at? Yeah, get them up out of there. Y'all know what it is. It's time for us to go. Oh. Oh well. Love y'all. Be good.